A happy Independence Day to you all, but a not so very happy Independence Day to the fans of Indian cricket. On a day when Prime Minister invoked Team India in his speech at Red Fort, the real Team India crumbled in the face of some serious spin inquisition at Galle. It was a most remarkable comeback by the Sri Lankan cricket team. It was like their Kolkata 2001. But unlike Kolkata, where Australia of Steve Waugh had their winning streak snapped by Indians, India's losing streak extended in Galle. Now we have lost 16 test matches as against only one win in overseas test matches abroad. So with me, Siddharth, and we are going to discuss what happened in this calamitous fourth inning in Galle today. What are your thoughts, Siddharth? It was a spectacular collapse.
I totally agree with you, Daksh. The thing is that I never thought that 176 would be this challenging as a total. But yes, it was always going to be a challenge playing on this track. Mm-hmm. To chase 176 was always going to be, different from what we were, chasing earlier, because this track had bounce and spin. And unfortunately, Indian batting collapsed because they did not dominated as the way they dominated in the first innings. Right. They just kept rooted to the crease.
What do you mean by dominate?
When I say dominate, they did not attack the spinners. They let the spinners, dominate themselves. Yeah. Wherein they should have used their feet. They would have created so much room, yeah, and they would have played so many strokes. Wherein you just have to disturb the line and length of the bowler. Here they just kind of kept rooted to the crease and they let the spinners dominate them.
Basically, Siddharth is saying that there was no Dinesh Chandimal-like knock by this Indian team in the fourth innings, wherein we could have upset the rhythm of the Sri Lankan spinners. But there were also a couple of questionable selection decisions. Our finest player of spin, arguably, Cheteshwar Pujara, he was not in the team. At the same time, we also had Harbhajan Singh, who was not bowling at the top of his game, and he was the part of 11. So Siddharth, you think basically India can try to alter their selection strategy in the next test match?
Definitely. I think there's a big scope now to alter their selection strategy. I mean, if you see, they're making Cheteshwar Pujara sit on the bench. Right. He's that same player who won India the Delhi 2013 Australia test against Australia in 2013, right. Yeah. And mind you, on a fifth day track against Nathan Lyon, he was the one who played most of the overs, and he made it look so easy.
That's right.
I mean, there was no batsman in this current lineup which actually was batting so comfortably against these spinners.
That's right.
So we really need to think that if this kind of a collapse has happened here, it should not be repeated in Colombo. And on Harbhajan Singh, I think Harbhajan Singh is lacking that deception what he used to have probably 5 years ago. Okay. So that is the main reason. I mean, he's bowling perfectly on the spot, yeah, but then he really lacks that deception and the control and that spin and bounce, because he's pushing through the air more, and not kind of deceiving and focusing on the revolutions these days.
India at one point in time was considered to be the land of these batsmen who could play spin even in their sleep. Where are those batsmen, Siddharth? I mean, what has happened to Indian domestic cricket?
Yes, so I would say that it's an entire circle which will keep happening till the time you don't realize that India was always a spin nation. It was always a nation who could always play spin strong. Yeah. Now the focus is entirely on facing fast bowling. So in our domestic structure as well. So now each association is being told to have pitches which should have 4 mm of grass covering.
That's right.
That will not give any spinner a chance to spin or break the ball. So which means that there is no reward to be a spinner anymore in this country.
That's right.
And once you don't have spinners with you, there is no chance that batsman will also be facing good spinners, and that entire circle will keep on going.
Stunning. So Siddharth says it's a chicken and egg scenario. Since we do not have the pitches that will reward spinners, we do not have spinners. Since we do not have spinners, how will our batsmen face quality spinners in domestic cricket? So this loop will keep playing itself until BCCI steps in and make sure that there is an equal playing field for both spinners and batsmen in domestic cricket. For more on this, Sriram Veera and Devendra Pandey, our colleagues from Mumbai, they have done a Sunday story, which I urge you to read tomorrow.